in people's lives,
in people's life,
there's only
there only maybe half dozen, 7, 8
categories
categories
really matter.
that really matter.
Most people,
They major in minor things.
They focus on stuff that doesn't
that
matter.
doesn't matter. They know more about this celebrity going in
and out of rehab
and out of rehab than they do about their own personal development.
But I look at
it and say,
if you look at your body,
without that,
everything else
is out the door.
You don't want to be richest.
You don't want to be the richest man
in the graveyard.
in the grave.
I'm not going to do it. If there is
not.
energy,
If there is energy,
if there's vitality,
if there is vitality, if there is strength,
it's going to show up in your relationship.
it's gonna show up in your
It's going to show up
business.
in your business. It's going to show up in your
It's gonna show up in your life.
life. That's it. You got to master.
That's something you got to master.
You can't dabble.
You can't dabble.
It's too important.
It's too important. Emotions are everything. Emotions are everything.
I mean,
you got
a ton of money.
a ton of money.
And everybody loves you.
Everybody loves you.
And your primary
And your primary
emotions are
pissed off
and frustrated.
and frustrated.
Your life's pissed off
Then your life
and frustrated. Doesn't matter
is pissed off.
if you got $1 billion.
Doesn't matter if you got $1 billion
Dollars
or 1 million people loving.
Your life is
Great.
not great. Relationship.
Not great. Relationships.
Intimate relationship.
Intimate relationships.
It's special.
It's especially.
It's where the most juice
It's where the most joy
in life comes from.
in life comes from.
It's where the most pain
It's where the most pain
comes from most people.
comes from most people.
It's worth mastering
It's worth mastering
instead of dabbling.
instead of dabbling.
Really
Really looking at.
looking at what are you going to do
Really looking at.
with your time
What are you going to do with your
and mastering your
time?
time
And mastering your time
instead of having a check.
instead of having a checklist and crossing all off.
If you can mistake
You can mistake movement
movement for achievement.
for achievement.
I want to
I want to
squeeze out that time.
squeeze out that time. What matters?
That
What
creates value
matters?
for me and for
That creates value for
everyone I care about.
me and for everyone I care about and love.
What about your career
What about your career
or your business
or your business
and the mastery of that?
and the mastery of that?
And dabbling.
Instead, most businesses are doubles.
Most businesses are dabbling.
Most businesses are doubles.
That's why they don't make it.
96%,
96%,
in a 10
in your period of time.
year period of time,
4% make
4% make it. That doesn't even mean they're profitable.
And it does not mean
And it does not mean
they're enjoying themselves.
they're enjoying themselves
All right, or they're getting
or they're getting
anybody else to
anybody else
feel good.
to feel
Really
good.
mastering money
Really mastering money
so that
so that it's
it's not a question
not a question
in your life. You can
in
do
your
it,
life if you can do
be and give
and
share as
and share as much as you want.
much as you want. You're not stressed
And you're not stressed about
about it. You live
it.
in a place of abundance.
You're living in a place of
And then
abundance.
spiritually,
And then spiritually,
really,
I think
I don't tell people what to
I don't tell people
believe spiritually,
what to believe spiritually,
but I believe that
but I believe that
ultimately, whatever you
ultimately,
believe, you gotta live
whatever you believe,
it, and it should lead
God, and it should lead
to growing and giving.
to growing and giving.
If you're growing,
If you're growing,
you feel alive.
you feel alive.
If you're giving, you
If you're giving,
feel 10 times.
you feel 10 times more alive.
And I think if
If someone
someone
can
can
celebrate
celebrate and give,
and give,
spiritual states.
then that is the spiritual
So to me,
state.
those are the areas
So to me, those are the
I look at mastering.
areas I look at mastering.
Business
You know, business
for sure,
for sure,
but it's the areas of
but it's the areas of life
life that matter
that matter most.
most. And most of when we spend our
And most of where we spend our time
time
doesn't make
people feel fulfilled.
people feel fulfilled.
That's why the average person
That's why the average person
is not fit
is not fit
and healthy. The
and healthy.
average person is
The average person is not in
in
a
a relationship
relationship
where they have tremendous
where they have a tremendous
passion.
passion.
And I'm not a
I'm not a dummy.
positive
I'm
thinker.
not a positive thinker.
I know the truth.
I know the truth.
The average person is not
The average person is not
successful
successful in
business. The average person
business.
is not
The average person is not earning
earning what they
what they want to
want to
earn.
earn. But you know what?
But you know what?
Very few
Very few people
people have those
have those things.
things, but a few do. A few
But a few
are
do, a
happy,
few are happy, fulfilled,
fulfilled, spiritually
spiritually alive,
alive, financially
financially strong.
strong. Their businesses are
Their businesses is growing.
growing. They have passion,
They have passionate
love
love
affairs,
affairs,
and I'm upset.
and I'm upset, and I'm upset
So finding the few
with finding the few who
who
do
do and find out what they do different,
and finding out what they do different
teaching to everyone.
and teaching it to everybody.
Everyone's going to measure
Everyone's going to measure
themselves
differently,
differently because everyone values
differently, because everyone values
things
things
differently. Some
differently.
people value
Some people value
success or
success or
significance. Some
significance.
people value love more.
Some people value love more.
Some value just
Some people value just
basic levels of
basic levels of certainty.
So
So
when I look at this
when I look at the
specific
metrics,
I really look at
I really look at
metrics of
metrics of
what are the things
what are the things
that need to be
measured
measured to know if your life is going
to know if your life is gonna work or not.
to work or not. So I look at it as
So I look at it as is. So look at it as
our whole lives are guided
our whole lives are guided moment to moment by the state where it
state we're in. Learning how to
Right.
change your state.
learning how to change your state.
Not bullshit,
Not bullshit, not fake.
but to go
Not
from
fake,
pissed
but to go from pissed off,
off, frustrated,
fractures, break out to back in
freaked
your
out, to back
center,
in your center,
to back in the center, or
or
creative,
creative,
or creative, or creative,
determined,
or determined,
something that's going to
or something that's gonna move you forward.
move you forward. It's going to create a better
That's going to create a better
quality of life for you
quality of life for you and
and
others.
others. That's a critical
That's a critical skill
skill
set.
set. So moment to moment,
So moment to moment, our life is controlled by your states.
by our states. If you're in an angry state,
If you're in an angry state,
you're going to respond differently.
you're going to respond differently than if you're feeling
But
playful.
what controls those states
What controls those states
long term is
long term is your model of the world,
your worldview.
your worldview.
And I look at that as
And I look at that having as a metric.
having as a metric
Metric,
three things that
three things
I look at. I look to
that I look at.
see first what
I look to see first
are the targets
what are the targets
you're after.
you're after.
The target is
The target is
everybody has
everybody has different.
everyone has different goals.
Everybody has different goals and dreams and
Some dreams
desires.
and desires. But as I
Desires.
travel around the world to
But they are traveled around the world to
100 countries, I started
100 countries. I started going.
going, holy shit, I'm seeing this
Holy Spirit, seeing the same
same
problems.
problems. What's
Problems.
underneath it?
What's underneath
I
it?
began to see that there are
Underneath it, I began to see that there are these same
these same
six human needs
needs
that we all have.
have, the same needs.
The same needs.
We all have a need.
We all have needs.
Totally certain you're bored. If you have total variety, you're like freak out. And it's not a balance. It's learning which of these you need more as a person. Everyone's developed a different set of values in that area.
The need for
The
significance,
need for significance, to feel unique,
to feel unique, special,
important. The need
important, the need to feel love, the need to grow, and the need to contribute.
Some people value
Some people value certainty,
certainty at the top
that the top of their
of their
list,
list. That's their center
that's the standard
of their target.
of their target.
I don't want to do anything else.
I don't want to do anything unless
I know it's going to work.
I know it's going to work.
I don't do anything unless
I don't want to do anything unless it is the same.
it's the same. If you change
It's the
anything,
same. If you change anything, they break
you freak
out.
out.
They break
If
out.
certainty is the
If certainty is number one thing on your
list,
list,
everyone has the same
on
needs,
your
but if it's
everyone has the same needs.
number one,
But if is number
I know
one,
how your life's going to
I know how your life is going to be.
be. I can predict the
I can predict
direction of
the directions of
your
your
life and
life
therefore the
and therefore the
destination
destination
to some extent.
to some extent.
If you're driven by
If you're driving by love
Love
first, love first. If you're driving by love first,
you want certainty too, but
you want certainty too.
love is higher,
But love is higher.
you're going to behave very different
You're going to behave differently,
than if you're driven
very differently
by
than if you're driving by significance.
significance.
I have to be the one. I have to be the one. So I look to see. So I look
which
to
of those
see which of those needs
needs are the top
are the top
two on your list
two on your
because they
list
control your life.
because they control your life.
The two that most
But the two that most people have
90%
90% of the planet. The planet, if you said
all these
of all these needs,
which one do you
which one do you really focus on
really
most
focus
day
on
to
most
day?
day to day? Everybody wants love.
Day to day, everybody wants love.
What do you focus on?
What do you focus on?
Most people focus
Most people focus on
on being significant.
being significant.
We live in a Facebook
We live in a Facebook world
world where people fake
where people fake their life,
their life, put new filters,
but new filters
just make it look
make it look different.
different than it really
That it really is.
is. Tell stories that you
Tell a story. Tell stories that
know are told
tell a story that are totally
full of it to make
full of it to make themselves look good.
Because we
Look
live in this
good.
kind of false
Because we live in this kind of false world
world where significance is
where significance is more
more
important than
important
love,
and it separates us.
and it separates us.
And the other one that
And the other one
we see most often
that we see most often is
is
certainty.
certainty. People want to be
Is
certain
certainty. People want to be certain
before they can do something.
before they can do something.
You couldn't have started. Never change, which means you're never
Which means you're never going to
going to
grow.
grow, which means you're going to be miserable.
Which means you're going to be miserable. Miserable.
So my
So my metrics are,
metrics are, I want to find out what's
I want to find out
driving you.
what's driving you.
And I want to see,
I want to see
is it
is this healthy
healthy or unhealthy?
or unhealthy.
You can have two people
You can have two people
be driven
be driven
by
by
significance
significance though
and do it
significance though and do
with a different
it with a different
set of rules. That's
set of rules. That's the second
the
piece
second
of
piece
measure.
of beliefs or
Has
rules that how to
measure. The beliefs and the rules of
fulfill that target.
how to fulfill that target.
But I want to be
I want to be more clear about
clear about
something.
An extraordinary
I want to be more clear about something. An extraordinary life
life is like
is life on your
Life on your
terms.
terms.
On your terms,
there's two parts.
and there are two parts.
Part one to have
Part one, to have an extraordinary life, is
is
mastering the skill
of the science of
of the sign of achievement.
how do I take what
How do I take what I envision and make it real?
and how do I do that quicker,
And how will I do that quicker,
faster,
faster,
better, easier?
better, easier?
The ability to man
The ability to manifest. The ability to manifest
what you come up with
what you come up
and make it
with
real. Like
and make it real.
you've done with your company.
Real. Like you've done with your
That's a
company.
skill set.
That's a skill set.
I spend
I've spent an unbelievable
amount of time helping
amount
people
of
do it
time
faster,
helping people do it faster,
quicker, better,
quicker and better,
showing the shortcut,
showing them the shortcuts,
just teaching them the
teaching them the
strategies,
strategies, showing them the shortcuts, teaching them the strategy,
modeling what
modeling what works.
works. You can
You can save
save
yourself
yourself a decade.
a decade,
But
but
I would submit
I will submit
to you that
To
having done
that.
this for
having done this for
38 years,
30 years, 38 years with,
50 million people
50 million people
at this stage,
at this stage.
I can tell you
I can tell you
that
that
science and
the science of
achievement,
achievement,
there are a lot of people
there are a lot of people
that are damn
that are damn
good at that,
good at that,
and they still don't have an
and they still don't
extraordinary life.
have an extraordinary life.
They have an extraordinary life.
They have an extraordinary life.
You see it as a,
You see it as extraordinary life.
I get the phone call
But I get the phone call
from the
from the multi-billionaire
who tells me he wants to do this thing on a
who tells me wants to do this
business,
thing
but what do you
on
really
his. But what you really find out
is he's
is he's as
Miserable as
miserable
hell.
as
He's hoping
hell,
somehow I'm gonna
as
rub
hell, and he's hoping somehow
off on him on that
I'm
side.
going to rub on him on that side too.
And so I give him what he asked
And so I give him what
for, the change in
he asked for, the change in his business.
But I also give what he needs.
But I also give him what I need, which is the change inside
The
of
change
him.
inside of him.
Inside
So
of
the
him.
second skill
So the second skill
is the art of
is the art of fulfillment.
fulfillment. If you want extraordinary
If you want an extraordinary life, you can't
life, you
just
can't just
achieve.
You gotta be
You got to be
fulfilled. As simplistic as that sounds.
as simplistic as that sounds,
But it's an art.
but it is an art.
It's not a science.
It's not a science. It's not
It's a science
science.
to making money.
It's a science to making money.
Hey, come on.
Come on.
Any age,
Any age,
any color,
any color, any background,
background, any gender.
and any gender.
If you do these things,
If you do these things,
you'll have an
you will have an
abundance of money. You
abundance of money.
do these things, you're gonna
You do these things, you're gonna have too
have
much
too much
money.
wealth at the end of the money.
Too
You're gonna
much
have financial
money.
stress.
You're going to have
That's
quite
right.
a stress, right?